Hey Jamal, Millionaire Jamal, what's up? How you doing, man?
Hey, Greg, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How you been?
Been okay, brother.
Good, good.
This baby, I'm learning, and I'm loving it.
There you go. That's right. I'm gonna do something kind of quick here. And I'm hopefully if it's of any value, we can kind of do this on a regular basis before the market opens. I just want to just kind of jump into a little bit of visual stuff and make sure that the team is confident in certain, I'll say a certain skill set with just kind of helping manage your trades. Well, I guess that's just it. Yeah, the goal is to help everybody get really confident in their ability to manage their trades, know where you are in the trade, and then and it might be some stuff you're already doing, Jamal. I know you've been doing this a minute. So, I know we got a few new people that might need to hear this a few times. So bear with me, Jamal, if much of what I go over you're already have a good handle on, but I appreciate your support in the call.
Absolutely.
I see. That's Pastor Goodwin is there. That's David. Maybe just stepped away for a minute. And I got a message from Arun said he was going to get on, but we're going to go ahead and as soon as David returns to the camera. Oh, there we go.
Hey, brother.
There we go. Pastor Goodwin, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you? I just walked in the door and I hadn't looked at my phone and I saw the phone just now. So I said, okay, look like I'm cutting it right down to the wire. I'm here, brother. I'm just trying to share a couple of things.
Glad you can make time. Yeah, glad you can make time. Now, some of what we're going to go over, Pastor Goodwin, is some of what we talked about yesterday, but it's a little more focused on the charting aspects of what we talked about yesterday. So we got Jamal. Jamal, I'd like to introduce you to Pastor Goodwin. Pastor Goodwin, Jamal, and Jamal is one of our team members. He's been doing this a few months now, and to my understanding is getting a good handle on this skill set.
All right, great. How you doing, Jamal?
All right.
Hey man, well I'm gonna sit back and learn from the best, man. You guys already in the game, so I'm trying to get there.
All right.
Hey Jamal, all of that talk about, hey man, some people don't know. The some people is me. So I'm just kind of listening on this one here.
Well, it's just temporary. It's just temporary.
There's no question about it.
You already made the decision to get to know. You're getting in the know, so you're in the right place. All right, I'm gonna be respectful of those who got on. We're gonna just get into this. So I'm gonna share my screen and talk about managing these trades. Okay, share that, and I think you guys should be looking at my chart now.
Correct.
Okay. Now, and David, actually, you know what? Probably like to take this opportunity to have you enter a trade in your demo too. So let's start here on EUR GBP. I kind of saw this based on a trade idea that was shared earlier in the week, and I just kind of grabbed it as an example trade idea on as part to use on my Friday session. And as I started looking at it, I was like, I'm kind of interested in this, and I think I'm gonna make a move on this once the market opens. And I think this would be a good example for what you're looking at, or when you get a trade, the things that I do to kind of help me keep myself in position, know where I'm at in the market, and then help me manage the trade. So I'm gonna type this out. Let me see, do I already have it? Or did I eliminate it? Yeah, I think I moved it. Okay. So I'm gonna start on the 4. This was called on the 4 hour. And actually, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna grab it because this was a trade idea that was shared in one of the chats. I don't follow the chats very close. Well, I don't follow them at all. But like I said, I just grabbed this one because it was, here we go. It was relatively recent. And I like how the guy who put the trade idea together, he was providing updates for those who had taken it. And I really respect that, just as, sometimes people just put it out there. And when there's new people, let's see, how can I do that? When there's new people taking these trade ideas, a lot of times they're at the mercy of the person who presented the trade idea, and until you kind of get your education up, you're just kind of in the game blindly. And I get it. I've been there and I've done that and had some success at it, because the men and women who develop these trade ideas and share them, they're doing so based on them having done their due diligence with coming up with the trade idea, and they're trading that same trade idea, so they want it to work, obviously. So this was the original trade idea. What you see up here, that's the pair. Yeah, it was on the 1 hour buy limit, and this was the entry price, stop loss, and take profit. And actually, we talked about these. This is what we kind of focused on yesterday, Pastor Goodman. So, but I made some modifications to it a bit. All right, these were the original entry information, take profit, and stop loss. But when I followed the person that developed the trade idea, they made an adjustment. They moved the stop loss to where it is now, actually to this price here, this 895.02, which is just right up here, a little like right in here. So I moved the stop loss to here, and I'm gonna show you why. And I'm gonna show you why this is of interest, and what I would do, why I put these lines in here the way I did. First of all, the way I trade, I'm constantly looking for imbalances in the market. I'm constantly looking for areas in the market where price hasn't traded into. So there's what's referred to as a price inefficiency, or a gap in price. So you guys heard me talk about that a bunch of times, that everywhere price goes, it has to be balanced in the market, and these little imbalances represent targets. So let's just say right here, price has not traded evenly into this area. It's only been one-sided into this area that I've highlighted. You see, and I say one-sided, from here, it's only been selling. There's been no buying to balance out. And so it left this gap here that has to be sold into. Price has to come into this area. So if I go by that and follow that, and stand on the fact that, like I said, price has to come into this area, then the question is, well, where is it going to go? Where might I have an opportunity to get into this market? So I'm gonna bring this arrow over here, because also when I'm looking at, like I said, my eyes are drawn to those areas of imbalance. I'm then looking for, okay, where did price take off from? And price took off the last, you see, or let's do it like this. You see price came, took a bearish direction to here, and then it started coming back up. We would agree? Then it took on a bullish direction, came down, boom, boom, boom. And I think there's some head and shoulders pattern, or reverse head and shoulder pattern in here. I'm not that skilled in that, but I think that's what I see here. And I think that's what the person who developed the trade idea saw. But what happened was, I think they thought the price was going to come to this candle and reverse back up. However, it didn't. It ran through this resistance, this last sell to buy candle, because it price had not the market had not rebalanced. So price was going to continue to run down through this area. So what does it mean? What I'm looking for, and at 5 o'clock, well, as soon as the market opens, I'm gonna put in I'm gonna watch price, but I'm pretty certain I'm gonna put in a buy limit, and I'm gonna get in right where I have this blue line at 0.89585. That's gonna be my entry, and then my red line underneath here represents, it should be about a 20 pip, set about a 20 pip stop loss. Well, I got it 22. I think I moved it down because I wanted it to come under, just a little bit under the wick. I'll stay with that. So a 22 pip stop loss, and then my take profit is going to be up here at 0.9528. And so let's see if I take off from here. So we're looking at about a 90 pip move. From entry to take profit. So that's I'm gonna get into that. So David, on your MetaTrader 4, you can get to, well, you can't do it right now. You can't do it right now because the market's closed. But right after the market opens at it'll be open at about 5:15 or so. Let me tighten this up. So we're going to do a sell limit. Buy limit. We're going to do a buy limit with the entry at 0.895585. No, dang, I can't see. 89585. 89585. The stop loss, we said that's 0.89354, and we're going to go to take profit at 0.90528, and that's 92 PSs, and then our stop loss was about, I think it was 22 pips. All right, so we got a good about a 1 to 5 actually, about a 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio here. So now, okay, and this brings me to the other point, and I don't know if you do this, Jamal, but once a trade idea is called, I immediately go to my charts. Or once, again, I identify, well, that's where I identify a trade idea in the chart, but identify my trade idea in the chart, and then I lay these lines in here, these horizontal lines or horizontal array in here to provide myself with visual cues for remove the box. These then become my visual cues with respect to what's going to happen in the market. Now, and I use this, like I said, to manage the trade, because for instance, if the trade, I'm trying to grab my arrow here, if the trade runs away from me, clearly I want to know it, and again, I got a relatively short stop loss here. So, but again, I have a visual cue to see, okay, well, price is getting near my my stop loss. Chances are I just got to take the loss like a boss. But the other thing, and more importantly, is that I want to manage the trade once it gets into profit. Once this, and let's move the arrow over here, because the price will be taken off from down here. So say, price is now running up in the direction. I need to know, I want to have a pretty good sense how the market's moving. I want to be able to, manage the trade in the way of moving my stop loss into profit. And again, so now, say for instance, the trade moves, let's say 20 pips in profit. I would know that because I'm gonna use my measurement tool on the chart and I say, oh, okay, it's 20 pips in profit, just about where the top of the arrow is. So again, management rule number one for me is that I'm going to move. Clearly, you guys on the phone know that you would do this on your MetaTrader 4, but just visually on the chart, I'm going to move my stop loss to my entry. So now I'm in a risk-free trade, and then I'm going to just continue to what they call trail that stop loss, or trail that profit as as profits continue to increase. So now let's say I'm about, I don't know, approximately 30, 40 pips in profit. Now I move my stop loss into like maybe, I don't know, 5, 7, 10 pips in profit, whatever you're comfortable with, and just continue to do that, repeat that exercise as profit increases. And again, I'm just using the lines in the chart, again, just representative of my visual cues. Now, here's the most important thing for me from a trade management standpoint, is that when I see, and again, everybody has their own way of dealing with this, but if I'm paying attention to this, which most of the times I am, if I get 4 or 5, about 5 pips away from my take profit, oh, I'm out. I'm not. I'm out. I do a manual close at that point, and because it's just protected bag is everything to me, and I'll sacrifice. And again, price could continue to go. Matter of fact, I'm pretty confident from what I'm seeing here in this segment of the chart. Anyway, price is probably going to continue up into this area. Anyways, our target is right here, but yeah, I'm not gonna risk price turning around up here against me just for waiting for another couple dollars. I'm gonna take. Oh, I didn't do that. I'm gonna take what I got. Oops, didn't do that. I'm gonna take what I got. I'm gonna take the profit I got and put it in the bag and shut it down. But again, that's how I trade. I may be in the minority. I know a lot of people are comfortable with just waiting for price to to hit the target. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just that's what I'm comfortable doing as I manage my trade. I rather get at this point I've secured 95% of the desired target anyways. So I'm not gonna be greedy, if that's the right word, and think I need to hang around for another 2 or 3 pips and then mess around, the market turn around on me, and then like I said, I'm singing a sad song. But anyway, so that's so I kind of wanted to put that out. It's another chart I've been watching. This USD CHF. It's really been kind of funny over here. This price has reached a low. Shucks, this candle over here, this is like, shucks, this is a low from August 1st in 2011. Okay, and price now is at a low equivalent to August 1st of 2014. So price has really plunged on this pair. We know what's going on with the US dollar, but typically, we know what's going on with the US dollar, and it's incredibly weak. And the trailing pair in this instance on a sell is what's kind of guiding everything. So clearly, Swiss franc is stronger right now than the US dollar. But I guess I'm concerned a little. On one side of me, I want to trade it up. Because again, it's just in this area of hey, well, shucks, just hasn't been here before, or in many years. Well, let me say since then, January 2015, I guess it did come down into this area. But the other thing I'm looking at down here, again, my eyes are always immediately drawn to what I talked about before, imbalance. Well, we don't see it. It traded into that, so that's good. That's good. Okay, that takes some of the concern off the table. So what I'm looking at here for real is, let me come back to the hour, we can see it. So we do have, as was on the 31st, we do see where price, we got a bullish engulfing candle after the last sell to buy candle, and you see the market having moved up. But it didn't, the price stalled right here at 100% retracement. So I'm thinking, one part of me say I might be just overthinking this. I'm gonna be honest with y'all guys. I might just need to leave it alone. But price has not shown a willingness to go beyond this level, which does represent some, a type of resistance. But the other thing is price has not traded evenly, because we have this area above here that needs to get traded into. You see my dilemma? So again, it's like that, and again, so what I'm really thinking is that with price came up to this area here where you can see the 100%. So just using my fib, it's 100% retracement, and now we see it pushing away from here. And what do we have below here? Of course, we have this sell to buy, and then we have this sell to buy, and of course, ultimately this sell to buy. So let me just reverse my fibs on this for a second. So if I go low to high, let me get this box out the way so you guys can see it. And David, the fib, don't get over concerned with this. This is just fibs is a measurement tool that you'll learn how to use. And it's Fibonacci is a mathematical sequence that's been around for thousands of years, and is used across a variety of different sciences, and it's incredible. And we use it in trading because again, it's all probabilities, no 100% certainty, but probability of where price is going to go based on certain key levels that we're looking at, and that's where we use the Fibonacci. So if I'm using Fibonacci and I'm looking at, for instance, where price would ideally come into for me to really be interested in buying now, because I want price to retrace. I'm gonna bring my arrow in here. I want price from where it is now. I want price, let's get the red line out the way. I want price to retrace. I want price to continue to come down into this area, this golden pocket. So and then we'd be looking for a reaction off of this. So price comes down into this area between the 71% and the 78.6 Fibonacci retracement. We will be looking for a retracement. We will be looking for then the market price to price action then to turn around and go up into this area. And that would make sense because, let me bring my box back. Like I said, we're always looking for inefficiencies in the market. And this area has not been traded into. And price has to get up here. It has to get up here. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Is where I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because again, the downside to this is that again, this price overall has been trading so low. We just saw on the monthly that from where price is right now, it's at a lowest point since I said in January of May of 2015. So price hasn't been in this area since in 5 years. So on the one hand, you say, well, shucks, price has to start. We got to start getting some retracement on this at some point. But the other side of it is it could continue to die for another 5 years for all we know. And I'm getting confirmation here too as I'm looking. All this is inefficiency as well. Let me try to move my let's clean this up. This is inefficiency as well. And I'm looking at the monthly, but yeah, this picture's coming a little clearer now, because we're looking at inefficiency even at the monthly, and this makes it even clearer because again, those broken up candles, none of this has been traded into. All of this is inefficiency. actually all the way up to here is inefficiency. Price has to trade back into this area. When is the issue? So we're probably going to get, price from where it is now. Price will, and let me go down to the hour with that. Let me get rid of this for a second. Yeah, that's it. That's a big area. So we're going to be looking at a major retracement on this pair. But like anything else, you know, you don't want to get in too early. And it looks like, I mean, this could be this could be a move that we eat off of for the next couple of months. To be quite honest with you, this kind of move that's formulating here. Let's just get a sense of what we're talking about. Oh, 457 pips, approximately. Well, I wouldn't say a couple of months then, but at least maybe through the first 2 or 3 weeks of August. If we're able to properly identify entries, and the first one will be, I'm looking into this area. I'm gonna bring my fib back up. Come on. Come on. Just trying to grab it and move it. There we go. So go low to high with my fib again. And that's the retracement, and that's where it traded to. So if I can get price to come down, bring an arrow back in here, and get price to come down to my sweet spot. Make it a little bigger. I just want price to come down into this zone right in here. And it may not get past the 50%, because again, that red candle right there, that's resistance. That's resistance. So you know, this is one of those things where I might put in multiple entries, or if I miss an entry, I just might have to wait for the next retracement. That's quite possible too. Because this candle right here, the fact that there was, well, let's just suffice to say this is a point of interest. This is one of those institutional candles, and there is some selling pressure represented here in this candle. So we got to be careful about whether or not price, or watch price action to see if it pushes past the 50%. And that's interesting too. And see, this is when you start understanding Fibonacci, and then understanding these candles in true resistance, is you see where the Fibonacci is at. This is the 50%. So just like half of the retracement right here, and that goes directly, makes 50% of this particular candle. And that's really what qualifies correcting that inefficiency when price trades 50% into that candle. So yeah, so price might not get past here at this level and then shoot up, but it's going to shoot up. Because like I said, and like we all see, there's this inefficiency in this area. And again, just using my fibs, it does kind of line up with the negative 23%, which would be the target then, but we just need to get retracement. Or the other thing, and you know what, I think I'm gonna watch this. I don't think I'm gonna put in a limit. I might set an alert here just to bring me back to the computer. Because the other thing is, since it's been trading so low, it could easily set a new low, you know, and so we don't have any control of. But this, I've been watching. I made a little money in trading this USD cheap last week, but I gave some money back too, because again, I'm waiting for, and I put in some sell limits in thinking that I was going to get reaction off of areas, and I didn't get reaction, so I hit some stop losses there too. But when this starts, if we can catch this wave going up, this is going to be big. This is going to be huge, and it's not one of those pairs that moves so fast that you know you mess around and miss the move. So anyway, just keep an eye out for that. And I'll do the same thing. Let's move my fibs. I would do the same thing in terms of, again, just marking the charts. Well, Pastor Goodwin, we were talking about this yesterday, that, just when you have time, and just open up any chart, and I shouldn't say any chart, but and you could use some of the trade ideas that you see on the Telegram, and then just start laying your lines in the charts to represent the entry, represent your stop loss, and represent your take profit, and you just set those values. So I just come over here to the left-hand side to where the menu is, and the tools are. I always just use this second tool set right here, trend line tools. One click, then I just grab horizontal line and then click in the chart. I get another one, click in the chart, and I get another one. So just 3, and then I change the colors. Up top here, for every line that you set in, you get a little control panel here, and I can change the color. I just use 3 colors. They don't matter, just whatever colors work with your brain. I changed 1 to green, because green to me represents money. I changed 1 to blue. Blue represents a start, and then I leave the third one red or make it red if it wasn't already red. Red represents my stop. So in this scenario, what we're talking about, if I'm gonna get in the market, at the 50% fib, which was, if you remember, it was about halfway through this candle. If I say I'm gonna get in here, and then I gotta put a stop, I'm gonna put a real pretty tight stop, and I just use that red line to represent my stop, and that's where I'm gonna get my measurements from, or get my prices over here on the right, and then that becomes my trade idea. So I'm entering at 91049 potentially. That's like about a 10 pip stop loss at 90951, and then of course my take profit is up here at the green money line, and that's 75. I just did it backwards because my chart keeps flickering for some reason. Yeah, 75 pips to and that's the first move. And then that's the first move, and you see up here, we'll get a reversal. Just like we got here, we got a reversal at this level. We got a reversal here at this level. The market will come up here, we'll get another reversal. So, and again, every time, and this goes into what we said yesterday, Pastor Goodwin, about looking for understanding market structure, and knowing as soon as price pulls back to our structure, as soon as price, we get what they call a retest to a previous level, boom, we get in and buy again, because then it's going to go to the next level. Then the price will go to this level, and then you just rinse and repeat, and just walk it up, because again, everything that comes down has to go back up. And if we can catch this bad boy going up, we're going to be trading in it for a while. I'll be trading in it for a while, and sharing those ideas with you guys. And like I said, when you can catch these kind of moves and I never say make trading easy, because I respect this market too much, and I don't want to put nothing out there like I'm arrogant about this. It totally humbles me. But at the same time, when you can catch a move like this and leverage it and continue to manage it, and again, I'm just using these as visuals. Continue to manage these setups and ride these setups. You're not looking for 5, 10, 20 trades, like some people do. You understand, you're just watching one path and waiting for that next opportunity to get in, waiting for that next opportunity to get in, waiting for the next opportunity to get in. And so, like I said, if this takes off like I want to, I probably would continue to trade this, and I've been in GBP, USD, and see all these little lines. That's all these lines just represent entries and exits, Just just stuff for how long I've been trading this. So that's all I kind of wanted to cover. And again, if you're already doing that with the charts, that's cool. Find some method that works for you on the charts that helps you visualize what's going on. which way is the market going? Where do I want the market to go? Where am I in this specific trade right now? And what do I want to do about it? Is, you know, do I want to stay? Do I want to jump out? Do I want to, you know, whatever? And you will over time develop a why associated with that. And that's the whole goal that we kind of, and this is where it has helped me to move away from the emotional reactions. Because if all I'm looking at is my phone and I can see dollars going up or dollars going down, you know, for me, that tended to trigger emotional responses, especially if the, you know, if the trade were not going in my particular direction. But then as I learned to look at the charts and understand, you know, come here and get a little bit of understanding, oh, okay, it's just retracing to a point of imbalance. I think that it looks like, you know, there's an area of true resistance in this area. Let's watch price in this area before I make a decision. So, you know, just trying to get to where you can make decisions based on your technical analysis and not just an emotional response. And that's what getting here and using these little, you know, visual cues has helped me get a little better at with that. So that was it. Any questions or comments or?
No, for me, this was pretty much, this was kind of like a new segment, you know, so for me, so, you know, a lot of it still is just trying to get familiar with terminology and
David and I, you know, I'm so glad that you're engaging with this, even though you are, you know, brand new, because like I said, you're gonna start right now, just kind of like, you know, you just kind of putting like sticky notes in your pockets, you know what I mean? You just, you know, you're just taking in information and just kind of storing it. And watch me, trust me, you go, all of a sudden you're gonna take, oh, that's what he was talking about. Oh, that's what he was talking about. Oh yeah, I've seen that before. We talked about that a couple. Oh, you know what I mean? That's what.
Oh yeah.
That's the progression that I know is going to trigger for you. So I'm so glad that you again just taking the time to engage in this sort of a training if it amounts to qualify as such. But again, I just wanted to. That's all I wanted to share and encourage people to use these tools to help you manage the trades from a technical standpoint. And so, you know, we get to that point where what's the terminology? Trade like a robot, you know, trade like a robot. All right.
Good.
Y'all had dinner? Anybody had dinner already?
No.
No, me neither. And I gotta go get some. So so if there aren't any questions, and I see you on the call, Kasim, Jamal, I'll mute y'all real quick. I'm trying to. Oh yeah. Anything, Jamal? Anything you want to add, Jamal? You got some experience with this.
I just recently got my laptop, Millionaire Greg, and I'm trying to put MetaTrader 4. Can you send me something over to so I can download it on my computer?
Okay. If you're still using Hugo's Way?
I use
because there's
KLT.
Oh, okay. Well,
I use both really.
Okay. Well, I guess I was wondering if you're using KOTC. Do they have a desktop platform?
Okay, I see what we gotta do. So I gotta go to my broker account and download this.
Yep.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to unmute Kasim. I can't unmute him, but Kasim, if you can hear me and you have anything, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jamal.
I was gonna say on the trading standpoint, I'm you know, still going through the phases. You know, I guess I'm in the learning phases of going down the road at a 6 to 18 month phase, learning everything. So, and I'm like,
okay. Okay. And you know, Jamal, anytime if you want to, need to discuss something or bounce something off me or share something with me, if you're looking at something, just hit me up, man. I'd appreciate the conversation.
All right, thank you, Greg. Man, appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, you're welcome. All right, then I was trying to unmute you, Kasim. I can't. I'm clicking on unmute. I can't unmute you for some reason. So if you had anything, if you can unmute yourself and you'd like to add anything, give you a couple minutes or a couple seconds. Okay, time's up. All right, so that's it, guys. I didn't have anything else. I appreciate you guys getting on. I really appreciate y'all getting on. And just need anything, let me know.
Yeah, brother. Appreciate you taking the time.
Okay, all right, my pleasure. All right, y'all have a good afternoon.
Hey, you guys do the same.
See y'all later.
Thanks,
Okay.
Greg.
You're welcome.